Kia ora whānau, Matt Tukaki here, of course, from Te Aotearoa Māori, the New Zealand Maori Council. Today I want to have a conversation with you all about suicide prevention and mental health and what more each of us can be doing right now when it comes to the health and the well-being of not just Māori, but essentially all New Zealanders as well. Now, I know that there are a great many Māori and New Zealanders out there who are struggling with the tyranny of isolation, while at the same time struggling with not knowing if you've got a job or if your small business will survive the lockdown. These are, after all, unprecedented times. Māori have the highest suicide rate per head of population, not just here in Aotearoa, but also the developed world, and we cannot allow this period of isolation and lockdown make that worse. As a former chairman of Suicide Prevention Australia and active in the suicide prevention and mental health sector for many years now, I know that there is always light at the end of that tunnel and people ready, willing and able to throw their shoulders to the wheel. I also know that often a conversation at just the right time can make all the difference. And that is why the New Zealand Maori Council has today launched a series of resources in an online campaign to provide information and access to support and also resources. For whānau and individuals, it's a very simple resource called How to Have a Conversation, a kōrero, of giving each of you some simple tools on how to identify a loved one might be depressed or suffering from anxiety, of how to ask the question, are you okay, and how to respond to it. It includes a series of helplines for everything from budgeting to relationships, because I know, like many of you, that it's not all about mental health. Often it's about the daily struggle of life. For small business owners out there who are also challenged comes resources about the 5 things you can do now to stay mentally healthy, as well as 3 things you can do now to plan for the future, and not just surviving as a small business, but post-lockdown actually thriving. For our parents out there, it's about what might be happening with your tamariki, your children, listening without judgment and talking less while hearing more. This is a brave new world for our children, as it is all of us, but together we can get through this. It's a simple message of hope and aspiration, opportunity that each day your Māori Council, led by Hene Mason as Chair and Harvey Ruru as Deputy, focus energy on. So remember, please share the resources in the posts. A conversation at just the right time can act as a circuit breaker, and whenever we see a storm raging towards us comes also the sunlight to break it. Because together as Māori, as whānau and as all New Zealanders, we can stand against that storm. So the resources and the links that I share within this video post, please take time. It'll only take a few seconds to push the share button, not just the like button. And together we can keep each other going in a period that might seem dark for some. But can I reassure and assure all of you, Māori, Pākehā, non-Māori, everybody, that through this period of lockdown, we continue to focus our time and effort and energy on creating hope, aspiration and opportunity. So remember, this is not just about surviving, this is about thriving. I'm Matt Tukaki, Executive Director of the New Zealand Maori Council, Chair of the National Māori Authority, and like all of you, all I want is the best for each and every one of us. Ka kite.